So just letting yourself become aware of you, the space that you're taking up, your hands, your posture. Checking in maybe with your neck, is it rounded forward? Is your head up tall? And then letting that awareness drift to your mat that you're on, that space that you're taking up on it, the bolster that you're sitting on. And this evening, as we breathe in and out and we come to settle in this space, I want you to think of your mat as your wee life raft. This is your space that you can let go and release that wee bit. It's your space, it's your wee life raft. It's that wee bit for you, where you can take up space on it, where you can spread out on it, and where you can begin to soften and let stuff go. And then I want you to see if you can stretch that awareness a wee bit now into the room, the floor, the walls around us, the other people in the room, the energies from them, and then the music. Just letting that awareness drift onto the music. And then as you breathe in and out, maybe you let that stretch a wee bit further. Sounds that you can hear outside the room as well. Just connecting in with that awareness of the space that's around us. Just allowing everything else as much as we can to slowly slip away, and you bring that awareness into you. And then I want you to take that wee minute and just check in. Where are you at this evening? How are you doing? And then ask yourself how you're really doing. Just giving yourself that wee minute to acknowledge you've taken this time, you've shown up for yourself, that you're here. And remember, in mindfulness, there is no right or wrong. If your mind's busy this evening, if there's been a lot going on, that's okay. We take this as it comes, and you just do the best that you can in it. So all I want you to do now is just take that wee minute, come back into your breath, breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your mouth. And just seeing if you can bring the awareness there for a wee minute. Noticing that air as it comes in through your nostrils. And then noticing that air as it comes out through your mouth, it passes your lips. And then when you're ready, connecting back with your body again, your fingers, your toes, giving them a wee wiggle. And then when you're ready again, just batting your eyelids and letting them open, letting them come into the room. And just noticing. Take a wee minute. Remember, mindfulness is about the noticing, not just the doing itself, but noticing. If that first wee bit even to settle was a wee bit more challenging, your mind is a way off on other things, that's okay. Might take a wee minute to settle, and that's alright. Just giving it the space to be able to do that. Noticing if you're already starting that battle. Hands up who's been fighting with themselves in their head this evening already. Or the day at some point. Somewhere. All the smiles are there. So what we want is to bring ourselves under our body and help to let go a wee bit. So I want you to stretch your legs out for me. I want you to think of any of that worrying energy, any of that battling energy, just sitting in your body, creating that restlessness that you feel. So I want us to do that wee shake to just let it go. And remember, we absorb this by repetition. That's why we do it often, so you can do it when you need to. So I want you to give your legs a wee shake, a wee move for you. You'll love this, all the time. So give them a wee move. And then let them stop. Notice how they feel. And then pull your toes up towards you. This week I want you to sit up through them hips, and just give yourself that wee tilt forward. You can put a wee bend in your knees if you need to, but notice where you feel it. It's not a competition, how far can I get or anything else. It's about noticing where you feel it. And then when you're ready, ease back off, point them toes away, and notice the change. Where can you feel it now? If it's through your knees, if it's down through your chins, and then give it that wee back and forward. Give it that move, give it the circle, whatever feels good. Just allowing your lower legs to just let go that wee bit to anything they're carrying, and then let it relax. We do the same with the upper half then. Give your arms that wee shake, that wee move. Imagine you can just, get off me, get away, and just shake it out. Then bring your hands together for me and give them that wee rub. Imagine we can take all that energy right down your arms, forearms, right under your hands, and then give it that wee flick and let it go. And then bring your arms down by your side. Notice if you feel it in your hands. Notice if your hands are tingling, they're warm, anything. Just noticing. And then ease your legs so they're comfortable. Breathe in for me. And just slide them shoulders all the way up, 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 up. Squeeze and then let it go with your breath. And we do it one more time. Big breath in. And then let it out. Perfect. Already you can feel that amount that's gone out there. So we're going to start just with our first wee exercise this evening. So you can bend your legs, bring it back in again. At first we want to ground us, and then we'll come to lie down again. So if this gets uncomfortable, please move it. But I want you to take a minute, move them sitting bones, and just allow yourself to ground in. Let your hands relax, and if you feel comfortable again, just let your eyes close. If you hear me doing a wee ding, it's just the start of our wee exercise, and you'll hear it again when it's done. So letting your eyes close now. We come back to our two anchors that we have in mindfulness, just to ground us and they bring us into the present. That's our breath and our body, our posture. So all I want you to do is focus on that breathing to start with. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Just allowing yourself now as best you can to notice that breath. I want you to notice in your upper lip, or maybe in through your nostrils. Can you notice as you breathe in that air coming in through? And then as you breathe out, that breathing out past your lips. And remembering that it's perfectly normal at this stage that your mind would wander off. What am I doing? Oh my God, why am I here? I want to sleep, all that, everything else. All you're going to do is usher it back as best you can using these two tools, these two anchors. Bringing it back to your breath as much as you can. We're going to give our mind a wee job. So we get it to count. As you breathe in, you're going to breathe in for that count of 4. And as you breathe out, you just breathe for that count of 4. And remember, if 4 doesn't work for you, you can change the number, but it's just as long as your in breath matches your out breath. Breathing in now with that sense of patience for yourself this evening. And each breath that you breathe out, breathing out with that sense, just letting go. Letting go of the tightness in your shoulders, of the tightness through your back, of your hands. Notice where your hands are at, let them rest. Notice if you have them open. If we have them sitting open and out, it's normally a calling in of energy. If we have them turned over and down, it's a closing in, and we're keeping that energy. And either way, whatever's comfortable for you. In and out. And then as our breathing is nice and soft and nice and flowing, we want to just turn our attention and our awareness to our second anchor, our posture, our body, to just allow us to connect. So again, I want you to be aware of your toes, give them a wee wiggle. Just be aware of where your feet connect with your mat. Be aware of the back of your legs and them sitting bones. And this time as you breathe in and you breathe out, I want you to be aware from your tailbone right the way through your spine, that powerhouse that you have in you. From your tailbone, through your bottom of your back, through your mid back and them shoulder blades, right through the back of your neck, right up to the crown of your head. And imagine that wee piece of string coming out the top of your head. Imagine that that's allowing you to lift up the strength, to stretch and to lengthen. And as you breathe in and you keep that breath and you breathe out, you just let everything soften. But now you're in that nice position of you're stacked. Your head's over your heart's over your pelvis. I want you to imagine that that string is like a golden thread. And that golden thread weaves all the way down through your spine and between every single vertebrae. And as you lengthen it through your head, you allow each vertebrae to open up. And that golden thread then spills out through your nerves, through that nerve system that we have in our body. And the more open them vertebrae become, the more that gold can just spill out into your body. Breathing in and just breathing out. Nice and easy. And keeping that nice posture, just again allowing yourself to relax. So you're not rigid, you're not pulling through your hands. You just relax and settle into it as best you can. And we bring our attention back to our first anchor, our breath. And that breathing in for 4 and that breathing out for 4. And as you breathe in now, we keep that for 4. And as you breathe out, I want you to see if you can stretch that breath now. 5 or 6 on the way out, a wee bit longer on the way out. As you breathe in, you breathe out, and with that sense of just patience for yourself, wherever you're at this evening. And as you breathe out with that just letting go. Letting your neck soften, your head, your shoulders, through your back. Letting go of the day. Letting go of anything you're carrying as much as you can. And then our last wee step, 4 in the way in, 5 or 6 on that longer breath as you breathe out, maybe 7 if you can get to. I want you to see if you can tick that inside, if you can notice that movement of your breath on the inside. As you breathe in, notice your lungs just stretching, expanding, filling. And as you breathe out, that sense of just space coming as you let go. And we do that just 2 more times, that filling and then letting go, letting everything out in that longer breath. Just really let your nervous system calm as you take that longer breath on the way out. And then nice and easy when you're ready, you just let that breath settle, nice and easy in and out. So you're not forcing it, you're not changing it, you're just noticing it now. Imagine that wee wave in the shore that just rolls in and out. You don't have to do anything with it, you're just observing it, and it's the same with your breath. We let that breath settle now, and we just bring ourselves back, that awareness to your whole self, from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, to your bolster that you're sitting on, to your mat that sits on, to the awareness in the room again, and letting that awareness stretch to the music, and just to settle on that. Then when you're ready, nice and easy, giving your toes, your fingers that wee wiggle, and just letting your eyes open nice and easy. And we want to give ourselves a wee move, a wee stretch, which is so important in this. So stretch your legs, and we do a wee twist. So I want you to think of this side. Motion changes emotion. That wee bit of movement in there. So all I want you to do is just a wee turn to that side. Let your legs soften. One hand comes to the side of your leg, the other goes behind your bolster. If you guys are this side, either way, but that wee twist. So you're sitting up tall, you haven't gone over to the side, you haven't gone back. A wee twist, and here, just breathe in, breathe out, and just notice how it feels. Notice where it's tight, become aware, and then nice and easy, let it come back to the middle. And we do the same the other side. We relax of your shoulders and a wee twist round. Hand comes to one side, other hand goes to the back, sitting up, and think of your chest turning round. I like to think of this. Imagine you're wringing yourself out like a cloth that you can just wring. Great for your internal organs. Great to just give yourself that wee stretch. Breathe in, breathe out. Notice how you feel, where you feel it, and then just come back to the centre again. Give yourself that wee move, and then we come to lie down there. So take your wee bolster, can't get the words out, bring it to the top, wherever side's comfortable for you, and you get to lie down there. Thank God, says you. This is the good bit. So if you feel comfortable to do it, you've got your wee eye mask there, get your wee blanket, you can wrap it around. We've got 2 different exercises that we want to do this evening. The next one for our body, as always, and then a wee one for just our alignment of ourselves. So we start, as always, folks, with them 2 anchors that we talked about at the beginning, our breath and our posture. So I want you to take a wee minute, and I want you to just get comfortable, whatever way that is for you. I want you to think of your body first, your posture first. Your breathing is just nice and soft now, as we've started it to be. I want you to be aware, your legs, your arms, the back of your neck on that pillow. And just being aware. Maybe you feel like the bottom of your back is a wee bit tight and you want another bolster under your knees. Just put your hand up or give me a wee shout. Just allowing yourself to become comfortable. And maybe you allow your feet to come away a wee bit from each other. Think of the wee corners of your mat. So there's a wee bit of separation there. And then maybe if you feel comfortable as well, you let your arms come down so that they can just relax. Wherever is comfortable for you. This allows your chest to be open, your hips to be open, and we just come under that, almost like a wee surrender. We're letting our body go. And then we bring ourselves back to our breath again, that nice and easy flow in and out. And I want you to take a wee minute now to just see, can I make myself even 1% more comfortable? Give yourself a wiggle, give that move, and just allow your body now to let go. Maybe let your feet go, maybe let your hands go, whatever is comfortable for you. And we take the time now as our body settles to just be mindful and connect. Our awareness, first of all. We spend so much of our time up in our head, everything overanalyzing and doing and up in our head and thinking and thinking and thinking. And as we breathe now, I want you to just bring that mindful awareness and notice. I understand that my mind is doing that for protection. It wants to perceive every possible outcome, so it's trying to keep me safe. But this is the point now where I breathe in and I breathe out, and I can take back control. And you allow your attention and awareness to move from your mind down into your body. What's going on in your body? What's happening in this whole other part of you? I want you to acknowledge and be aware of maybe the past week, if anxiety has been high, if stress has been there. And as we breathe in and we breathe out now, again, we bring that mindful awareness to notice. Our body is trying to tell us stuff all the time. And are we listening? Or are we trying to outrun it? So as we do the next wee practice, I want you to just have that intention to be open. What is your body trying to tell you? What can you pick up from paying attention to it? Because it's your alert system. It's trying to give you them messages all the time. So as you settle now, we bring ourselves back to that anchor of your breath again. And that awareness comes to breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. That patience as you breathe in, and that softening and letting go as you breathe out. And we'll bring our wee technique of 3, 4, 5. We breathe in for a count of 3. We'll try and hold that breath if it feels comfortable for 4. And then breathe out for the longer breath of 5. At your own pace, breathing in for 3. Holding it for 4. Breathing out for 5. That longer breath and letting it all go. Keeping that going as best you can. If your mind wanders off, just bringing it back as best you can. Just allowing that breath to keep going. Notice how it feels, that movement in your chest, that lifting, that holding, and then letting it go. Notice if you breathe in, if that movement is in around your belly, if it's up into your chest, the holding, and then that releasing as you let it go. And we just do that 2 more times at your pace. Notice that letting go now as your body starts getting that wee bit softer and that wee bit softer. Then when you're ready, we let that breath nice and easy just come back to settle and come back to relax. As we move through your body now, we just keep that gentle breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. I want you to imagine now, as we always do, that you're up in that wee control centre of your brain. Imagine that it's all go, everything's happening in there. That's the wee hub, that wee nerve centre, and this is the time where you get to turn it all off. Turn the lights off, turn the power off. Imagine that wee door in the corner, and imagine that you can go towards that door. You can switch the light out and you can step out of your brain. You can allow it to switch off for this time, and you can allow yourself to step down into your body and notice what's going along there. So we breathe in and we breathe out as we bring the awareness down to your feet, to your toes, to the tops of your feet, to the soles of your feet, and right under the ankles, giving the toes a wee move, allowing yourself to connect with them, and just noticing what's going on here. Maybe you've been on your feet the whole day, maybe there's a lot, tiredness, any aching that's there. Breathe in, breathe out, and notice. Notice right into your big toes, to your second toe, your third, your fourth, and under your wee toe. The tops of your feet, right through the soles of your feet, right through your heels and your ankles. As you breathe in and you breathe out, just be aware of any sensations. Maybe noticing, are they warm, are they cold? Can you feel your socks around your toes? As you breathe in, then I want you to curl your toes and give them a wee squeeze. Allow yourself to connect. Feel that squeeze. And in your next out breath, let them go. Let them relax. Let them soften. Let your feet fall away. As you breathe in and you breathe out, then I want you to bring that mindful awareness up through your ankles, your shins, your calves, and through your knees. Being aware of what's going on in this area. Through them calf muscles at the back that tick so much when you're running, exercising, everything, right down through the shins at the front. Be aware of your right lower leg, your left lower leg, right under your knees. As you breathe in and you breathe out, let that mindful awareness come to rest in your calf muscles at the back. And as you breathe in, if you can, just give them a wee squeeze. See if you can pull them tight and give them a squeeze. Feel that in the muscle. And then as you breathe out, let them soften, let them relax. Let your lower legs go. As we breathe in and we breathe out, now we move that awareness up a wee bit further into your thighs. Quads at the front of your thighs, hamstrings at the back of your thighs, outer thigh, the hips, right round into your groin and your hip flexors at the front. Breathing in, breathing out. Allow yourself to be aware of that connection with the mat, how they're sitting, how they feel. Just breathing and noticing what's going on in this area. Any wee niggles, anything that's there. Just noticing right under that hip joint, right under them glute muscles. Thighs front and back. The right whole thigh, the left whole thigh. And then as we breathe in and breathe out, I want you to let that mindful awareness just rest there in the front of your thighs. And as you breathe in this time, see if you can tighten and contract that muscle. Give it a wee squeeze. And then as you breathe out, let it soften. Let it relax. Reminding yourself how the relaxed feels when you let it go. Allowing any tightness that's built up to start to soften and release. As we breathe in and we breathe out, then we move up into your stomach area, our pelvis, stomach, and all the way round into your lower back. So be aware. I'm going to get you to bring your hands and just rest them there on your stomach. If you feel comfortable, just let them rest there. And I want you to just be aware of that movement as you breathe in and you breathe out. Just notice that breath. Notice that soft, subtle movement just up and down in that area. And then notice what's going on in this area. This is the first area that sometimes we get that sign things are not right. Something's a bit off. It's not sitting there. Just allowing yourself to breathe now and be able to connect. What's going on in this area? Noticing. And again, if your mind starts building up that whole story, breathing in, breathing out, and just bringing that focus back to your breath, your body as much as you can. Taking your attention now from front to back and noticing right across the bottom of your back. Any tension that's there, maybe give it a wee move, a wee adjust, and just notice what's going on in that area. How does it feel? We can carry a lot of tension across the bottom of the back. So just breathing in and breathing out and noticing. Breathing in now. Right round we bring our attention back to our belly button, and I want you to let that awareness just rest there. And this time as you breathe in, I want you to see if you can pull that belly button and bring them tummy muscles in and just give it a squeeze. Notice the feeling, and then as you breathe out, let them go. Let them soften, let them relax. You might feel that through right under your lower back as well. And then we let that area go. We breathe in and we breathe out, letting it soften, letting relax. And we move our attention up a wee bit further now as we scan our body a wee bit more, right up into your chest area this time. So if you can and you feel comfortable, just let your hands come now and just let them rest there. And then around your chest. And as you breathe just in and out, again, just allow yourself to connect with that movement. In and out. That wee movement up and down. And then in this area, I want you to bring that mindful awareness and just notice what's going on. Any heaviness, any tightness, anything that's sitting there right on your chest, right under your heart. Allowing yourself now to be open to notice what's going on. What is my body trying to tell me? As you breathe in and you breathe out, just noticing any restrictions that's there or anything you pick up there. And then we shift that attention right from the front to the back. Imagine going all the way through to your spine at the back and in between them shoulder blades. Give them a wee move. Notice what's going on there. Notice if you're holding tight or if there's any tension or aches there. Breathe in now. Breathe out and let that ease as much as you possibly can come in. And then we bring that awareness back to the front to sit. This time I want you to take a big breath in and I want you to hold it. So a big breath in through your nose when you can, and hold that in your chest. Feel your chest stretched and filled, and then nice and easy, slow and long, let it out. Let it go and let that area soften. Let that space come back in there. Then as we breathe in and we breathe out, we move up a wee bit further and through your throat and through your neck and shoulders and all the way down your arms to your fingertips. We bring that awareness and we notice. Maybe you give your head a wee move side to side and you just notice what's going on here. Any tightness through the shoulders, anything that's sitting at your throat at the front. Maybe there's stuff that's building up you want to say and it's just sitting there. Right through the back of your neck. Right over through your arms, all the way down into your hands. Just notice it. Noticing any knots, any heaviness that's there. Notice any tightness down and through your arms, upper arms, elbows, forearms, right down into your hands. Notice where they're resting. As you breathe in and you breathe out now, just being aware. And all I want you to do for me is focus in on your hands. As you breathe in, I want you to make them into fists for me and give them that wee squeeze. Feel that tension. And then as you breathe out, let that softness come in through your arms, through your shoulders, through your neck. Breathe and let it go and let it relax. And then lastly, as we breathe in and we breathe out, we bring that mindful awareness all up through our face and our head now. So checking in first through your jaw. If it's tight, if it's clenched, let it relax, let it soften. Checking in with your tongue. Let it soften. Checking in with your cheeks, your sinuses, your eyes. Are you frowning? Checking in with your forehead. Letting it relax that wee bit as best you can. Right through to the crown of your head. Right through to the base of your skull at the back. Breathing in, breathing out, and just checking in. Our last wee squeeze, we let that mindful awareness just settle on our eyes, behind our eye masks. And as you breathe in, I want you to just give them a wee squeeze, tightly closed. Squeeze your eyes, notice that feeling in your face. And then as you breathe out, let the softness come in. Let it go, let it soften, let your cheeks release, let your forehead release. And just let it go. And allow yourself now to just connect with the whole of your body again. The crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Awareness of the whole of you. Your whole body and what it's trying to communicate with you all the time. As you breathe in and you breathe out, I want you to stretch that awareness then to your mat, that wee life raft that's yours, that you're on. And just allow yourself to connect with that. And then allow that awareness to stretch again to the walls, the room, and just to settle in the music. Breathing in through your nose. Breathing out through your mouth. When you're ready, then nice and easy, giving your toes a wee wiggle, giving your feet your fingers a wee wiggle. And then nice and softly and gently, giving yourself that wee stretch, that wee move, bending your knees, letting them come back onto the mat. And we want to be able to just take a wee minute to acknowledge, to notice. It's important that we notice anything that you picked up along the way. Any wee niggles or any feelings or any tightness or anything like that, just notice it. And we're going to do a quick wee bit of movement. So I'm going to get you to take the eye masks off when you're ready. And just allow your blanket to come off the mat and onto the side when you feel comfortable to do it. Letting them feet come onto the mat. Your knees are bent. You can keep your head on the pillow still, but we always want to include that bit of movement, because remember, sometimes just breathing needs that wee extra bit of help. Your mind needs that extra wee bit of distraction. So let yourself, just your eyes come open and back into the room whenever suits. And you be aware of your feet that's on your mat. And I just want you to give them a wee rock from heel to toe, from heel to toe. So you get that grounding through your feet. And then let the soles of your feet come down. And you're just going to rock your knees. You can bring your feet a wee tiny bit closer together. And just giving your knees that wee rock side to side. Letting them open, letting the bottom of your back open, letting your hands fall away if you feel comfortable. It's a great restorative move to take that time. And I want you then to add your breath for me. So you breathe in on one side and you breathe out on the other side. Breathing in, breathing out, allowing your body. We work so much on trying to let things go logically and out of your mind, but you have to be able to let them go out of your body as well. So breathing in and breathing out. Then when you're ready, bring them knees back to the middle and you're going to bring them in a wee curl in. So your hands or your arms come around them, or if that doesn't feel comfortable, your hands are going to come the back of your legs. But all you're going to do is give a wee squeeze, and imagine you can squeeze yourself and then breathe out, let it release. And then we breathe in and give it another wee squeeze everything in, and then breathe out is about that letting go again. And just one more time, breathing in, giving it that squeeze, and then breathing out, letting it go. This time I want you to stretch your legs all the way. Take that bolster to the side and just let it come away from your head a wee minute. We'll bring it back when we come to lie down. But I want you to think of your legs for me and your heels. And I want you to just push them away. Imagine you can stretch them, your heels, right to the far wall, as far out as you can get them. Breathe in and breathe out, and then let them soften. Take your arms now up for me, all up above your head, and stretch them all the way back towards the ground. Let them rest on the ground or on the pillow, whatever's comfortable for you. And then I want you to stretch them. Breathe in, stretch them as far away as you can get them. And then as you breathe out, just let that relax. Keep your arms where they are. And now you're going to do them both together. So big breath in. I want you to go for that stretch. Arms go one way. Your heels go the other way. Imagine you're being pulled and stretched from both ends. Wee sneaky breath if you need. Big breath in. And then let go. Let it relax. So you give your body that opportunity to just relax and let go. Bring them arms back down your side, by your side again. Bring them knees and now to give them a wee hug under you. Just a nice wee comfortable hug, and all you're going to do is just rock nice and easy, nice and soothingly, side to side, to just let them relax. Let your back relax. Be aware of your neck and your shoulders and let them relax. And then nice and gently let yourself come back to lie down again. Bring your bolster back and let yourself get nice and comfortable again. And we come on for our last wee exercise, the fastest hour ever. So, you've been comfy already, so I want you to think what's working for you and what's not. Do you need another bolster under your knees? Is it nice having the blanket around? Just allowing yourself to get into that nice position. If your back feels that wee bit, then make sure you make them adjustments. So, as you settle again, folks, remember last week when we were in here was our first one under the new year, and we talked about just resetting ourselves, almost just giving ourselves the opportunity to hit that reset button. We did our wee exercise last week on looking back over the last year that had been 2024, taking away the highlights, the good bits, the learning, the blessings as much as we could, and then releasing it and letting it go and moving our attentions into this year. What was our intentions for the year? Not resolutions or anything else, but what was the intention that we wanted to put forward for this year? And this evening, I want us to be able to focus just on about, imagine just being able to bring ourselves back into alignment again. We spoke briefly about this last week, especially over the Christmas period, New Year. You're getting pulled this way and that way. There's things going on socially. There's lots of stuff happening. And as we move into January now, I want us to take this time this evening, now that we've connected with our body, we've built our awareness and where our mind's at this evening. We want to be able to realign ourselves a wee bit. We want to be able to come back to us, to be able to let everything else go for a wee period of time and come back and make sure that we're in an alignment. So that's what our next exercise as we relax now is just going to focus on a wee bit. So as you get comfortable and you get relaxed, remember we go back to where we started, our breath and our posture. So nice gentle breathing in and breathing out. And through your nose, out through your mouth. And you can use that wee 4 on the way in, 4 on the way out, to just give your mind that wee count, and that's something to focus on. That nice gentle breathing. And then I want you to just bring that awareness to your second anchor, your posture now. Give yourself that last wee shuffle. Allow yourself that comfort of letting go that last wee bit of any holding. Let the feet fall away now. Let the neck relax, the shoulders. And as you connect with your breath, that air and through your nostrils, and that air as it comes back out past your lips, imagine yourself sinking that wee bit more each time into your mat. That softening coming a wee bit more each time with each breath. So you allow any of that energy or that tightness that's in the body, to just let go that last wee bit as best you can. I want you to tell yourself in this wee bit, I'll relax as best as I can. I won't sleep just yet. We want to get to the age of that. We want to be able to relax ourselves without falling over into that sleep. So as you connect with your breath now, that breathing in for 4, that breathing out for 4, just letting yourself soften, letting yourself relax. I want you to imagine that you're in your favourite place, a place where you like to go to just get away from it all. For me, it's the beach. I want to be sitting on the beach. I want to see the waves in front. I want to hear the sounds of the sea. But for somebody else, that might be somewhere with trees. It might be somewhere different. For now, we're going to imagine a beach. A nice, beautiful beach, that golden sand stretching out in front of you. And I want you to imagine that it's relatively quiet there. But you could be anywhere that feels comfortable to you. And I want you just to be able to just walk down onto that beach. To just be able to walk along. Imagine you take your shoes and socks off and you let your feet just sink under the sand. You can feel that freshness, that cool earth that comes when you sink your feet under the sand. And it can be any time of the day. It can be in the day so the sun is high, the sky is blue, and there's a nice cool warm breeze that you can feel on your skin. Or maybe for you it's a sunrise or as the sun sets. Whatever suits you. But I want you to imagine that you take that time to just walk along, letting your feet just sink in. Letting yourself take in the sights around, the waves just rolling in, the quietness, the peacefulness of having that space to yourself. That ability to breathe and just be for a wee minute. Imagine you can take in the smells of the fresh air of the being outside, the feeling of the air in your skin or the sun on your skin. And you can look all around, see the colour of the sea, see the waves coming in, and the blue skies with maybe a few wee dustings of white clouds. And I want you to take a wee minute then to just sit down. To find a spot that's comfortable for you to just sit down. Imagine that sea is there in front of you and you can just hear that nice lapping of the water, them waves rolling in. And as you sit down, you can put your hands down and you can just run your fingers through the sand, back and forward, or lifting a wee handful up and letting that sand just slip through your fingers. And you can just breathe. This is your time just away from everything, from everybody, where you just allow yourself to connect with you. And I want you to take a wee minute now to just think as you're sitting and ask yourself, what do I need? What do I need to bring myself into that alignment again? What do I need to bring myself back to me? And when we start to ask ourselves that, it can be a massive, massive big thing. So I want us to split it down into 4 parts. And as I say it, and as you ask yourself, I want you to listen to what your body tells you in response, if anything. I want you to ask yourself, first of all, physically, what do I need? In my physical body, what do I need? Breathe in, breathe out. Know that you're safe. Know that the place is quiet and it's just you and the sea and the beach or wherever that lovely spot is for you. Physically, what do I need? And if nothing comes immediately, nothing comes, that's okay. Breathe in and breathe out. If a tsunami of different things come in your mind as a way off, building a whole story around it again. Breathe in, breathe out. Then I want you to ask yourself, if you breathe in and you breathe out, mentally, what do I need? Mentally, what do I need? And just breathe. We don't have to have all the answers. There's no right or wrong. This is just about us being open enough to hear. As you breathe in and you breathe out, imagine taking that wee minute to look around at the sea, the sky, so you're not stressing yourself, you're not overthinking, you're just allowing whatever comes through you, whatever comes up, to just come. As you breathe in and you breathe out, I want you to ask yourself, emotionally, what do I need? Emotionally, what do I need? Give yourself that time to breathe in and breathe out. And just hear if something comes and sits with you. Or maybe it's nothing at the minute, and that's okay. And then lastly, as you breathe in and you breathe out, I want you to ask yourself, spiritually, and your core, what do you need? I want you to imagine yourself there, sitting on that sand, letting it slip through your fingers, letting your toes feel that sand, maybe move your feet back and forward, and you just take in that beautiful surroundings that surround you. You take in that peacefulness, that time that you have for yourself, and you just allow yourself to breathe and that alignment to come that wee bit more. That intention, I've started just to be able to delve a wee bit further than on the surface. What do I need? I need a break. But what if we go a wee bit further? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And as you breathe in and you breathe out, just being mindful and grateful for whatever came for now, and that more can come as you go on. And you keep asking. Then when you're ready, I want you to imagine you get up then from that spot that you're sitting, that you let yourself get up, you let yourself dust off the sand, you let yourself walk back again from that beach, taking in that scenery, all the sights, all the sounds, that fresh air in your skin. And then just letting yourself come back into the room and back into your body again. Allowing yourself to connect and be aware all the points of your body that connect with your mat now on the floor. Your shoulder blades, your hips, your heels. Letting yourself that awareness again build out from you. Be aware of you. Crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Be aware then of your mat, that wee life raft that you've spent that wee bit of time on and you've let as much as you can go. Then let that awareness spill out to the room, the walls, the people, the music. And then just nice and easy in your own time, you just begin that gentle stretching and moving, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. Just that wee bit of movement. Taking your time, that you're not rushing. Let your head maybe move side to side. And then gently, in your own time, allow yourself to just turn onto one side and just pause there. So you're not rushing to get up. You're just taking that wee pause, allowing yourself to just check on where you're at now. Maybe versus where you were at when you came in. Notice where your head is at, if it's run on things you have to do after, outside of the room, all the rest of it. Just take a wee minute to pick out the thing that's set with you this evening and hold on to that. I want you to stay just where you are for one wee minute, to just breathe, to connect with maybe the music that you can hear. Before you rush to get up. And then when I tell you, and when you do get up, there's a wee card there, just a random one, a random thought. You can have a wee look and see if it's something that sits with you. When you're ready then, just let yourself come to sit up. Everybody wants to stay now where they were. Your wee card is there beside you. Take your time, sit yourself up, stretch if you want to. Have a wee look and have a wee read. And see what you thought or quote is there. This is where you need the glasses. Then when you're ready, folks, nice and gently, the cards can stay. I'll pick them up from there or throw them back to me. Take your time. Is everybody feeling okay? Yeah. Take your time getting up. You know where the stuff goes back and everything, but don't be rushing. And remember, hang on to that piece that you've created for yourself as much as you can. The minute you go out through the door, everything's all there. You hold on to that as best you can. Thank you. Can I take a wee picture? I never do. Let me take a wee picture while you are all there half asleep.